A woman has been dead for more than 30 years, floating in the form of a ghost. Suddenly, the Dark Knight appears, thrusts a hand into the woman's chest, and the dusty heart begins to beat. The woman came back to life, but before she could feel the joy of returning to live, the Dark Knight sealed her throat with a sword and drained her blood. From then on, the woman will go to hell, never to exceed life. Hello, everyone. Today, Josie is going to share with you the final chapter of the Russian mystery and fantasy film, the third part of Gogol Trilogy Revenge. All the mysteries will be solved in this installment. Josie's channel is dedicated to discovering and introducing niche movies, dedicated to the unique you. So please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. At the end of the last film, Gogol teamed up with an exorcist to send the devil back to hell, but Gogol also lost his breath. For a time, the sheriff suspected that Gogol was the rumored Dark Knight responsible for all the serial killings. The villagers were ordered to bury Gogol quietly before the 7 women could be buried, lest there be any more bizarre killings in the village. As soon as a shovelful of black earth was dropped, Gogol woke up and triggered his psychic powers. Gogol saw his father and the man with the bandages and no nose in his vision. In order to save Gogol, his father had made a diabolical pact with the man whose nose was covered. For this, Gogol's soul would descend into hell and burn with the fires of hell for all eternity. In the strict sense, he is not a human, but a demon. In the man's wicked laughter, Gogol returned to the world. He was trapped in a coffin. The desire to survive let him do his best to poke the coffin board. One hand broke out of the earth. The villagers just passed by here, was stunned by the scene at the moment. The villagers more assured that Gogol is the rumored Dark Knight. The sheriff directly put Gogol into a cell. He tells Gogol that the Dark Knight killed all 7 girls hiding on a farm in the countryside, and that only Gogol knows where they are hiding, which proves that Gogol is probably the Dark Knight. Gogol suddenly remembered, had persuaded Lisa's husband Losky, let Lisa and the girl hide together, so no, the girl hiding place is not only him. He concluded that Losky is the real Dark Knight. But the sheriff does not confirm or deny. He thinks Gogol is sophistry, all because he covet Lisa, so framed her husband. On the other side of the Losky came to the river. He was able to see Oksana's ghost. He bewitchingly Oksana said to help her resurrection, so that you can be with Gogol, but the price is to die in hell, never beyond life. Pure Oksana for love did not hesitate to agree. Soon, the local villagers gathered together. They thought Gogol was the Dark Knight. They stormed the police station, grabbed Gogol by force, and tied him to a wood pile to be set alight. At this critical moment, the blacksmith's daughter uttered an incantation to the sky, and in a moment there was thunder and lightning, and a downpour of rain, which extinguished the fire and prevented the execution. The little girl also fainted. The crisis did not end, however, and villagers proposed that Gogol be hanged. At this time Gogol's psychic was triggered. He saw Losky resentfully staring at Lisa, and Lisa cried helplessly. The villagers were about to begin the execution, only to hear a gunshot. The lead of the villagers fell to the ground, and a familiar figure appeared, that is actually the detective from the dead. In the face of Gogol sees the detective is still alive, very excited. Original, detective and Dark Knight fight that night, did not die, just hide, convenient in the dark to observe the case. The detective tells Gogol that this evening is a forgotten festival, is likely to happen another murder. Gogol hurried to tell the detective 7 girls were killed, and he is very sure that the Dark Knight must be Lisa's husband Losky. If you do not stop him, Lisa is the next victim. So, the people immediately rushed to Lisa's manor. Before he left, the detective mentioned the iron box which was left to Gogol last time, and said that there is a very important object that must be taken, which is the 2-headed snake ring lock. They take the lock to Lisa's mansion and find a secret room in which lies none other than Oksana, the miller girl. Losky shows up and gets shot by the sheriff. Meanwhile, Oksana is resurrected, but the next moment the Dark Knight appears in full view and drains Oksana of her blood. The Dark Knight finally revealed his true face, the legend of his back with a few long horns, legs riding a hell black horse, especially pick young girls to do it, suck their blood. She was Gogol dream lover Lisa, the pettiness lovely girl. Lisa finally completed all the rituals, killing 12 young girls and a resurrected spirit. This is what on earth? 163 years ago, a tribe in Ukraine. Lisa's father was killed in a battle with Poland. According to one of the soldiers who escaped, there was an undead wizard in the Polish army. The sorcerer used witchcraft to win the war, leading to the invincible father, this time falling on the battlefield. Lisa and her sister vowed to make him pay for what he did. They find the legendary witch and learn that the sorcerer is extremely powerful, but there is a way to subdue him. The witch had taught them a ring lock that would deprive the sorcerer of his powers if he put it around his neck. In order to revenge, the sisters did not hesitate to infiltrate the enemy camp. Lisa, disguised as a soldier, let her sister, dressed as a captive, staged a honey trap. As expected, the wizard was fooled, was attracted by the sister's charming appearance, directly picked her up and kissed her. Her sister was also secretly impressed by the wizard, he had a crush on him. Lisa took the opportunity to put the ring lock around the wizard's neck, successfully defeated the wizard, ready to take back to behead the public. But halfway sister was enchanted by the wizard, want to release the wizard. The sister who fell in love lost her mind and swung a knife at her sister. The two sisters fought, but the older sister totally got the upper hand. The older sister was about to cut Lisa with a knife when she suddenly fell off a cliff. Lisa cut off the head of the wizard in anger. The wizard died, left a curse. From then on, Lisa will live forever, but every 30 years, must hand over 12 saints and a dead person to do sacrifice. The night of fire will be the deadline, if not, Lisa will die. With these words, a cloud of black gas came out of the wizard's mouth. The black gas possessed Lisa's body, and she became the Dark Knight and began to hunt girls. Memories of the end. Suddenly from behind till Lisa set the ring lock, Lisa immediately fainted on the ground. It turns out that the detective had already figured out the Dark Knight's killing pattern. Gogol is eligible for the Dark Knight's resurrection, so detective brings him in as a chance to capture the Dark Knight. Who knows, Lisa actually fell in love with Gogol. Lisa, in order not to hurt Gogol, turned the target to Oksana. The detective also tells Lisa that he will not turn her over to St. Petersburg law enforcement, but will take her back to Russia's most prominent secret society, in order to study the secret of Lisa's immortality. But all this has been hiding in the dark. Gogol with the sheriff overheard, sheriff gun ready to arrest detective. Detective decoy chief said, he has got the superior ready to promote the sheriff's order book, can advocate justice. Sheriff did not pay attention to, he directly shot Lisa. Seeing his dying lover, Gogol relented and removed the lock around Lisa's neck. The next second, Lisa incarnate into the Dark Knight. Chief and detective is not her opponent. Detective was Lisa, a palm to fly out. Chief, is she a knife nail in the wall? The other side of the crowd in the jungle to see the horror of the scene, countless crows hovering in the blacksmith daughter's head. She is the legend of the celestial witch, with strong magic. She predicted Gogol is in danger. Lisa becomes human again. She has fallen deeply in love with Gogol. Lisa said in the future no longer kill people, willing to become mortal and Gogol live together. When the 30 years are up, she's gonna die of her own accord. Then the door opened and an old woman appeared. She is Lisa's sister. Originally, the elder sister, falling off a cliff, met a demon, asked if she has any hostilities. Elder sister didn't even think about, directly answer to sister, went back for revenge, but also to pay the price at the same time, must become the old lady's appearance. Revenge time to the moment, will return to the youth. If revenge success, don't have to go back to hell, and failed to ensure super living. She waited all these years for her sister to fall in love, then kill the person she loved the most, so she could have a taste of what it's like to lose someone. Revenge time finally arrived. Lisa's sister step by step stabbed Gogol a knife. Lisa, in order to save Gogol, take the initiative to the magic to Gogol, and then slowly aging, finally her sister cut off her head. Lisa's sister is about to kill Gogol. Blacksmith's daughter came. The girl manipulated a witchcraft doll to attack Lisa's sister. Gogol took the opportunity to lock the ring in Lisa's sister's neck. At the end of all this, detective appeared, took Lisa's sister, also invited Gogol to join the mysterious organization, but Gogol decisively rejected his invitation. After saying goodbye to his friends, Gogol returned to the big city and began to work hard to turn the story into a novel, which became a popular novelist. That's the end of the story. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and follow. Josie will continue to work hard to show you more exciting content.